Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, there's this question we keep hearing like everywhere in crypto right now. Is MOG Coin a good investment? You've probably seen the buzz, right? The memes, the hype, and maybe you're wondering, is this thing just, a flash in the pan? Or is there something more to this blend of internet humor and community energy? So today, our mission is really to cut through all that noise. We want to go beyond the buzzwords, give you a clear, kind of factual picture of what MOG Coin actually is. We'll look at the tech, such as it is, its market position, and yeah, definitely the risks involved. By the end, hopefully you'll have what you need to figure out if MOG, fits your crypto strategy.
Exactly. And look, in the crypto space, which is, let's face it, super unpredictable, especially with tokens driven mainly by internet culture, meme culture. Understand the basics and crucially the risks. It's just paramount. So, yeah, let's dig in.
Okay, let's unpack it then. If someone's just hearing about MOG Coin, what is it at its core? Is it really just another meme coin? Does it have anything unique? Or is it, like you said, mostly hype?
That's the starting point, yeah. Fundamentally, MOG Coin is a cryptocurrency that, well, like a lot of meme coins, doesn't offer much traditional value. No huge tech breakthrough here. Its main draw, definitely the meme status, and this really, really strong community that gets behind it. But the backstory is kind of interesting. It was a fair launch on Uniswap V2, summer of 2023, which means, no pre-sale, no private deals, just boom, out there.
Fair launch. Okay. So everyone kind of got in on the ground floor, theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. It fits that grassroots vibe. Started as a joke between friends, apparently, then just caught on big time. Became a pretty prominent brand in the meme coin world.
And the name itself, MOG, that's got a story too, right?
It does. It comes from MOG, alpha male of group.
Ah, right. I've seen that around.
Yeah, popped up on fitness forums, image boards, like back in 2016. Really took off around 2021. And the MOG community just embraced that whole concept. Ran with it.
And the logo, the joy cat. Can't miss that.
Oh, yeah, the laughing cat emoji with the sunglasses.
Polarized ones, yeah.
Perfect meme coin visual, right? Playful, kind of irreverent. Totally captures the spirit.
And the official descriptions, they lean into it hard. Open-ended, mimetic branding, effortless, cosmic domination.
Yeah. Classic joke coin language. It just highlights that the value comes from grabbing people's attention online. Community buzz. Not technical specs.
But some people call it a culture coin. What's that about?
Right, that's an interesting label. It suggests value comes from both tech, even if basic, and the cultural side, the memes, the community. So it's this weird blend of like internet humor and, well, blockchain.
Okay. Let's peel back that layer then, the tech. It's an ERC20 token built on Ethereum. What does that actually mean for MOG?
Well, being on Ethereum is kind of the standard for a lot of tokens. It means it uses Ethereum's infrastructure. So you get the security benefits, the network effects, access to all those dApps, decentralized applications.
Right. And you mentioned it launched on Uniswap V2.
Yeah, decentralized exchange. So direct trading, peer-to-peer. No banks, no central company controlling the initial listing. Fits the whole crypto ethos.
Now, this is interesting. Cross-chain functionality. It can bridge between Bitcoin and Ethereum. That sounds kind of advanced for a meme coin.
It is interesting, yeah. There's something called the multi-bit bridge.
Is that a big deal, though? Or just like a gimmick?
That's a good question. I mean, for a meme coin, having any kind of cross-chain capability is pretty notable. It potentially opens doors, right? Access to liquidity on Bitcoin, maybe more complex DeFi stuff down the line that a simple ERC20 can't easily do, whether it translates to real utility day to day. It's still kind of up in the air, but it's a feature.
Okay. And what about token burning? They do that too.
They do. The idea is you permanently remove tokens from circulation. Make the remaining ones scarcer, potentially more valuable.
But the supply, it's enormous, right? Like 420.69 trillion tokens.
Exactly. It's a mind-boggling number. About 360 trillion, maybe 85% are already out there circulating.
So can burning tokens even make a dent in that? How effective is that really?
That's the million-dollar question. Or maybe the 420 trillion token question. Look, token burning, in theory, helps scarcity, but with that much supply, the practical impact is debatable. It might be more symbolic, fighting potential inflation, rather than a major driver of price appreciation. You'd need just immense demand to really move the needle significantly on the price per token. It plays into the meme, but Yeah, it's a factor.
Right. Okay, so shifting gears a bit, real world use cases. Is MOGI actually used for anything? Or is it purely speculative trading?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. Like you said earlier, it's not going to, revolutionize global payments tomorrow, but you can trade it easily. It's on major exchanges like Bybit, KuCoin. So there's liquidity, access. That's a basic use case, I suppose.
Trading as a use case. Got it.
Well, yeah. And they talk about facilitating transactions, smart contracts, maybe payments in online stores, gaming rewards, even DeFi stuff. But a lot of that feels pretty aspirational right now, more potential than reality.
So beyond the technical side, maybe the most compelling use case, is it just being part of the club, the community?
I think for a lot of holders, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the main draw. You hold Memo, you're in on the joke, you're part of this vibrant online group, shared culture, shared humor, that sense of belonging. That's powerful in the crypto world. It drives engagement.
And it seems to be working. To some extent, market cap is what, $350, $400 million-ish?
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. Depends on the source and the day, obviously. But that puts it around 11th place for meme coins.
Which is pretty high up, actually.
It really is. That's significant for a coin driven by culture. Shows the power of that community.
And the price history. Wild swings, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Textbook meme coin volatility.
Right.
The all-time high was just July 2024, around 2.5 millionths of a cent.
Okay.
But the all-time low, just the year before July 2023, was, well, almost zero, like 8 zeros after the decimal point, then a 4.
Wow. So huge jump, but also shows how low it started.
Exactly. And that volatility, it's tied directly to sentiment, social media hype, what the online crowd is feeling. Very fickle.
Which brings us squarely to the risks, the elephant in the room. Meme coins are risky. How does MOG stack up there?
Yeah, you got to talk about risk. First, that market volatility we just mentioned, it's extreme. Prices can shoot up incredibly fast. A tweet, a meme goes viral. Boom. But they can crash just as fast when the hype dies down. People following the crowd can get seriously burned. We saw with that coin last year, right?
Yeah.
Up 1,000%, then down 90% when the influencers cashed out. MOG's not immune.
And regulations, that's always hanging over crypto, isn't it? Especially meme coins.
Definitely. The whole crypto space is kind of gray legally. And meme coins like MOG, regulators often see them as novelties, maybe even gambling, not serious assets.
So that could lead to crackdowns, trading limits.
It absolutely could. Stricter rules could impact how you trade it, maybe even just hold it. And remember, the core risk with meme coins, they usually lack real tech innovation or a solid use case beyond the meme itself. Value is almost all about popularity and community. That makes them super vulnerable to pump and dumps. Hype it up, price spikes, early guys cash out, everyone else is left holding the bag.
So if you're thinking about returns, what are people saying? Forecasts seem kind of all over the place.
They really are. Sentiment right now, pretty neutral. Some short-term predictions, like looking out to mid-2025, even suggest the price might drop.
But long term.
Longer term, say 2026 to 2030, some algorithms predict pretty significant growth potential, like over 300% returns by 2029. Some models suggest.
But there's a catch, isn't there, about hitting certain price points?
Huge catch. Those same algorithms, they basically say MOG is highly unlikely to ever hit a cent, or 10 cents, or $1.
Why not, if it grows 300%?
It's the supply. That 420 trillion token supply. For MOG to reach just 1 cent, its total market value, the market cap, would need to be astronomical, like bigger than Bitcoin's is right now.
Okay, mathematically improbable.
Exactly. It highlights that unit bias thing. People see trillions of cheap tokens and think if it just hits a penny. But the maths often doesn't support it. It's a common trap.
So for people who are comfortable with that crazy high risk, what are they doing? How are they trading this?
Well, the experienced traders, they're using specific tactics, buying in slowly, maybe not going all in at once, setting strict stop-loss orders like if it drops below this price, sell automatically to limit downside, taking profits along the way, not waiting for the moonshot, and keeping a really close eye on technical charts.
Like what?
Things like the stochastic RSI help see if it's overbought or oversold, moving averages to spot trends, basically tools to try navigate the volatility. It's active, risky trading.
Okay, let's shift from the charts to the people again, the community. Why are people buying MOG? What's the vibe? We're hearing that some folks think meme coins, culture coins, are like a serious category now, especially after holding up okay during market dips.
Yeah, there's definitely that sentiment. A lot of buyers apparently jumped in after the Coinbase listing that added legitimacy, volume, liquidity. Others just point to the community itself. They say it's positive, supportive, or they just like the Joycat logo. Sometimes it's that simple.
And the celebrity angle, that seems pretty significant. Rappers, streamers, FaZe Clan.
Yeah, that's been a big boost. FaZe banks, huge following, openly telling people to buy AO. You see people wearing the glasses, doing the AO hand sign.
Is it an official partnership?
Some people in the community are hinting at it. Hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But that kind of visibility, it definitely fuels the hype.
And that ties back into the unit bias you mentioned. Owning millions of something feels good.
Absolutely. Owning, say, 10 million Melo feels psychologically different than owning 0.01 Bitcoin, even if the dollar value is the same. It's a real factor in meme coin adoption. People like owning whole units, lots of them.
What stands out to you most about this community aspect? Any interesting takes you've seen?
Well, you see some crypto old-timers, people who've been through bull and bear markets, comparing Milo to how Dogecoin or Shiba Inu felt really early on. They see that same kind of foundational energy, that hint of potential for massive growth. Whether that pans out, who knows? But the comparison is being made.
And the everything coin idea, because it connects to gaming, music, culture.
Yeah, with the FaZe Clan link for gaming, and then you had DJ Blondish repping Evo gear at Art Basel.
Yeah.
It starts to touch different cultural spheres. So the community asks, could this become the coin for, well, everything, internet culture? It's ambitious.
It's kind of wild, isn't it? A coin born from a forum joke now has cross-chain tech and celebrity nods.
It is pretty wild. Shows how weird and wonderful, or maybe just weird, the crypto space can be.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've gone pretty deep into MOG Coin. It's clearly this fascinating mix, internet culture, real community spirit, surprisingly, some tech features like bridging and burning, all playing out in this super volatile, but yeah, potentially high reward corner of the crypto market.
Exactly. So that original question, is MOG Coin a good investment? At the end of the day, only you can answer that for yourself. It really boils down to your personal tolerance for risk. What are you looking for? Cutting-edge tech or community and culture? And how comfortable are you with pure speculation? Because that's a huge part of any meme asset.
Okay, let's leave everyone with a final thought to chew on, something provocative. If MOG Coin's value is so tied up in hype, culture, celebrities, does that point to a future where the line between like traditional finance and just pure social buzz gets really blurry? Could it fundamentally change how we even define value in this digital age? Something to think about.